Alright, we're back here. You're back with the SoloGamer. We're playing Dark, Darker, Darkest, and we're coming to the end pretty soon. And we had the zombies move, and now it's the event tracker's time. So we move the event tracker up here one, and we have to spawn new zombies. That's 1-4. There's already a zombie token there, but we will put one in an adjacent room. And since all of them have burn markers, we'll put it right there. Okay, so now we have to do our camera check, and we are in the line of sight of one camera. And we did have a failure, and that means zombies are going to move 2 times. Alright, so that means first things first is we're going to get attacked. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4 zombies there. One health, 1 fear, 1 reinforcement, and 1 entrapment. Well, the reinforcement one's not going to work, but we are going to do our defense thing and see how many we can knock off on this. Alright, well, these two cancel each other out, and we got 1 success. So what we'll do is we'll take off the wound. This is not going to really matter. One person is entrapped, and the other one is a fear, and so we don't want Nina to be feared because she can open that thing. So we'll have Bruce run away in fear to right there. Okay, so he ran away in fear, and we'll have Bunny here. Well, Nina here will be. Let's make Chuck be entrapped. Alright. So that's how that works. And then we had to move the rest of the zombies 2 spaces. Okay. So these guys move 1, 2, and now we flip that over and we have 3 zombies. 2, 3. And these guys move 1, 2, and we flip this over, and that's 4. Okay, and we can move 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. These guys aren't going to go into the burn marker, so we'll just move them 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so everybody moved twice. That was a piss poor camera check, and now we got to do another zombie spawn. 3 and 5, and that's going to be in the burn room here, but we're going to put that right there. And because line of sight is seen the bunny, we have 2 more zombies right there. Okay. So, there we go with that. Now it is our turn. Well, first thing that's going to happen is Bruce is going to use the last bullet on his handgun. And he's going to take a shot. And we have 1 success. And so he kills 1 zombie. Alright. Nina is going to use her combat knife. Of course, she misses. Of course. And Chuck is going to roll for his entrapment. And of course, he doesn't get it. Alright, well, Bunny here is going to move 2 times. 1, 2. And she is now going to use her chainsaw. And of course, she did not make it. God. So she's out of turns. Okay, well, Bruce is going to try to shoot. No, he can't shoot. Nina is going to use the combat knife again. Alright, so she got 1 success, so she takes him out. She goes to 4. Bruce is going to, she's going to use the combat knife again. And she misses. And Bruce is going to give her one of his actions and let her use the combat knife again. Alright, so we got 3 successes on that one. So that kills that one and that one. So she gets 2 more experience points. She's up to 6. And Bruce has 1 action left. And with that last action, he's going to let her open this key. So that door to the laboratory is open. This guy is no longer entrapped. And now we just got to fight off some zombies, and goodness gracious. Boy. Chuck Lee can move, which he will move into here. And we're going to start the end game. And we're going to go over step by step how you do that. Okay, so the first thing that happens is the survivor who entered the lab takes the antidote token, which is this bad boy. That's Chuck Lee. And in order to take it, he's got to get rid of an item, and he will get rid of this magazine. Okay. Alright, he's got to keep it till the end of the game, and he has to stay alive if the team wants to succeed in the mission. If this survivor is eliminated, the game ends and all the players lose, so we got to keep him alive. Open all locked doors. Okay, so there's no more locks on any of the doors. That would just been these 2. So all doors are unlocked. Remove all camera markers. No camera checks will take place. So we're done with the camera checks. So let's take these camera checks off. Alright, and the cameras are done. So we're done with the cameras. Alright. Replace all zombie spawn tokens with the corresponding number of zombies. Okay, this is going to be the bitch. So we'll start with this, and we have 3. Okay, and then this zombie token here has a runner. And we'll roll a 4-sided to see how many. 2. Put that on there. And this one here is, come on, 1, 3. It's 3. Ugh. Okay. This one here. 1. Hey, finally a 1. Where you been all game? This one here. It's a combat guy. And he spawns 3 with him. Okay, and this one here is another 1. This one here is a combat guy, and he spawns 4. So that's going to be 5. Jeez. Come on. Okay, and this last one is another runner. And please roll a 1. And of course I rolled a 4. That's freaking... God damn, man. Boy, oh boy. Well, I don't really think we're going to survive this, to be honest with you. Because look at this board. Now all of a sudden this board is like zombie side. You got zombies every freaking where. Okay. If there's no active fire, which there is, alright. One member of the Mortimer family has hidden himself in the lab and springs into action now. Take one random nemesis board and reveal and place that figure inside the lab. And who are we fighting? We are fighting Rachel Mortimer. Looks pretty freaking tough if you ask me. Wow, look at her. So let's put her figure in the lab. Okay, so then it says, take one random nemesis, place a number of gray markers on the nemesis board equal to the sum of the number of action points available to each survivor currently in the game, plus one extra for each survivor currently in the game. Distribute these cubes on the different zones of the nemesis board as evenly as possible. So 3 times 4 is 12, plus another 4 is going to be 16. So we got to put 16 gray things on there. She has 5, so we'll start with 3 on that one. 6, 9, 12, and we will put 4 on there. Alright, then it says flip the multi-tracker to its reverse side and place a gray cube on the first space of the event track and another on the first space of the darkness track. Okay, so let's flip this thing. We can get rid of these tokens here. So let's flip it and see what's on the other side. Alright, and you see how that thing looks now. Alright, so we put one, place it on the first space of the event track, which is here, and another first space on the first space of the darkness track, which is there. Okay. Alright, it says the player must try to eliminate the nemesis before the darkness marker has reached its final space. The nemesis is eliminated only after all markers have been removed from the nemesis board. The survivors cannot search rooms anymore during the final showdown. Well, that sucks. All survivors who are removed from the game at any time after the final showdown begins are permanently removed and do not return. Okay. The sequence of plays change. Each survivor takes a number of markers of his player color equal to the number of his current action points. These markers are called action markers from now on. Okay. Okay, so the rules for this are a little fidgety. The goal of the nemesis is that the nemesis wants to go to the other 3 corner rooms and destroy them. We have to stop the nemesis from destroying those other 3 corner rooms before this thing gets to 6. Okay, that's not confusing. The confusing part is this thing right here, where you have to take these action points. Players can now take actions in the order of their choice no matter where they are positioned in the house. Well, I did that anyways. For each action a player performs, he places one of his action markers on the left box of the multi-tracker. When a 6 marker is placed in the box, the cubes in all 3 boxes shift to the right. As a result, the markers were placed. Okay. So let's do this step by step. So basically from now on, when we do our little actions here, we're going to be putting these things in this box, and when you put 6 in there, this thing is going to shift. So let's go ahead and start. And we got to try to remove all those gray cubes from okay. So, what's going to happen is Chuck is now in his thing, and he can punch. I mean, I don't know. He can roll 2 dice and try to punch. So he's going to spend one action point here to try and punch this thing. Okay. And well, that was a no good. That's a success and a failure. Okay. Let's see here. She has the chainsaw. Okay. So she moves this around. She has one last thing with the chainsaw. So she's going to move one action point to come in here, and then she's going to spend another action point to hit that thing with the chainsaw. And her last bullet. And we had 2 successes, but one is a failure, so that's 1 success. So she hit this thing 1 time, and we'll take 1 gray cube off of the nemesis. Okay, and that leaves that there. Nina is going to move into there. That spends 1 action token, and what's going to happen is she's going to use the combat knife and spend another action token. Okay, so she gets to roll 3 die, and she got 2 successes. So we get to take 2 cubes off of Rachel, and we got 1 more move. Unfortunately, we don't have shit for weapons. That is flamethrower there, which we may use in a minute. And you know what? We'll go ahead and Nina will use her the last action and attack with the knife again. Of course, every single one of them are misses. So that's that turn. Let's see what happens now. So what we do is we move these things here. Okay. And that, I guess that means 1. So we move this 1. Then we have to do number 2, which is the fire spreads. And that's 2, and so it's going to spread to here. There's a burn token here. Okay. Okay. So we did the fire spread. Nobody's infected bad, and now the nemesis moves. Okay, so the nemesis can move 4, but it says that the nemesis attacks and then moves if attack survivors first. If there's survivors in the room, it will attack, and then it will move. So what it does is it gets to attack 1 turn. I guess that'll be its movement point. Then move, and it's heading toward that corner room first, and then probably attack Bruce, and then move again. After that, zombies will move if applicable, which they will, and then it'll be our turn again, and we distribute the cube points. So I don't think this is going to be easy, but you know, we'll try. And so we're going to end it here, and the next video will probably be the last video we do, and I don't think we're going to win, but hey, you never know. So see you then.